Well, hey, kiddo. Wanted to get another video out here before it got too far along. As you may be able to see by the leaves down there behind me, we're well into fall right now, and old Pops, he's been doing some deer hunting. So I don't know whether you'll be interested in that kind of thing or not, but if you are, maybe I'll be able to take you a time or two. Not so much for the hunting, but just the time being together. That's what I wanted to talk to you about on the other day. I thought of this story. It's actually about your great-grandfather. Would be your parents' grandfather, my dad. Your great-grandfather was quite an outdoorsman for his time. He did a whole lot of stuff, maybe too much, outside. But when I was a little boy, very little, we had just moved here to Olney, so I was 8 or 9. And your great-grandpa took Pops deer hunting for the first time. Now, it was a different world back then, and your great-grandpa was quite a hunter, but he changed his entire day, his entire style of hunting, so that he could take me with him. Now, when we went out that day, I remember as we walked out through the field, I thought I saw a deer. I mean, I was convinced. It was just standing there looking at us, and it was dark. We were walking in before daylight, so it was just weeds. I still remember that. I was convinced. He was shining the flashlight. I said, "He's right there, Dad. He's right there." Just weeds. But while we hunted that day, as I said, your great-grandpa and your Pops, well, they were doing things different that day, and it turns out that a very, very nice deer, and by nice I don't mean kind, I just mean large. Well, it came in around us and smelled us and blew out its nose. That's what they do when they're scared. Anyway, it was very loud, especially to a 8 or 9-year-old little boy. I thought it sounded like a train whistle. But your great-grandpa, he knew what that was, and he stood up to look and saw the deer. And, you know, I couldn't help that day but go away and think that maybe because of me, that I ruined my dad's hunt. Because maybe if I wouldn't have been there, he would have hunted as he usually did, and maybe he would have been able to harvest that deer. I thought about that at that age. Now, your great-grandpa, he never said that, but that's just what I thought. And maybe that's true, and maybe that's not. But through the years, it's meant something different to me. And that's the lesson I want to share with you today. What that's meant to me through the years is how my dad that morning changed the way he normally did something so that he could do something for me. Oh, you can't make that up. Did you just hear that? There was a deer that just blew right over there like I was talking about. That's crazy. I don't know if you heard it. I hope the camera picked it up. It just did. I can see it over there in the woods. Anyway, that's awesome. Anyway, what I wanted to tell you was there are times, maybe more times than we allow, that we need to set aside the things that we normally do to do something for somebody else. The things we normally do are important to us, or we wouldn't be doing them. But sometimes the most important thing we can do is step aside so somebody else can have a chance. That morning, my dad stepped aside and maybe missed harvesting a very nice deer so that he could take his boy hunting. And I'll never forget it. If he wouldn't have taken me, I'd have stayed home eating my Captain Crunch on my Saturday morning from my TV tray, watching cartoons like I would have on a normal Saturday. But because he changed his day He changed that day, and he made it a day I'll never forget. So I'd like for you to do two things. I'd like for you to try to keep your eye out for the times when people step aside and do something kind for you. Do something out of the ordinary, sacrifice something for you. I hope you do that. And then I also hope that you put aside some of the things that you have planned in your day from time to time in order to make someone else feel special. Other than our relationship with the Lord, our time is the most valuable thing we have. When we choose to offer that to somebody else, there's no greater gift we can give them. So, that's your lesson from Pops today, and I'll tell you, kiddo, if you were going with me, I had the trailer hooked up back there. If you were going to work with me today, I think that's the conversation I'd try to have with you. So there you go. So, another message from Pops. Take care of yourself, kiddo. See ya.